What I'm hearing is that you need to follow what feels good. You are a walking magnet right now. A walking magnet, and things are sticking to you like glue in a good way. Things are sticking to you like glue. But the main thing to attract the right things that stick to you is to follow the good feeling. And what is the good feeling? The good feeling is God. You know that? The good feeling is God. When you follow the good, you follow the God, okay? When you follow the good, you follow the God. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of not following the things that don't feel good to me. Just double checking this mic. I'm tired of following the things that don't feel good to me. I need to follow the good to follow the God, to follow the God within me. Because all of us have God existing within us, because we know that we are cells in the body of the universe, correct? Right. So when we follow what feels good for us, we know we are most aligned with our designed and desired path. If that job doesn't feel good to you, if that relationship doesn't feel good to you, if that food doesn't feel good to you, do not follow it. Do not continue to do it, because let me tell you one thing. If you continue to do what does not feel good to you or to your body or to your soul or to your spirit, you're going to continue to be on a timeline that is not destined and meant for you. We're going to pour up some tea on that note. I actually got a new teapot, and I kind of like it. It's fire. I like that. It's pretty cool. So you need to follow the good to follow the God, right? Follow the good to follow the God. And like I said, you are a walking magnet right now. Everything is attracting to you. You just have to be very careful about the things that you're allowing to be attracted to you, because if you're not consistently following the goodness, you may attract the things that aren't aligned with the divine path that you're going and seeking on. You see, along this path, there's going to be leeches that want to suck that energy. There's going to be energy vampires that's going to want to take from you. You have to be situationally aware of the things and the people and the circumstances around you to ensure that those people around you are providing you a safe space for you to operate in your light, and they're not draining and sucking the energy from you. You see, I'm hearing that you're used to being around takers and not around givers like yourself, and they've used you for your energy. But I just heard you went through a level up. You went through a whole character shift recently. Absolutely insane. And as you went through that character shift, you magnetically and energetically shifted into a new timeline, shifted into a new reality. That's why things are just attracting to you. You notice that you think about one thing, you keep seeing angel numbers, you keep seeing signs here, there, here. It's so aligned, it's so destined, and this is the message to tell you why. Because you've leveled up. You started to do things a little bit differently. You started thinking a little bit differently, but I just want to let you know this is only the precipice and the very beginning of where you're going, and I don't think you understand the full potential that you have. I don't think you've dived deep into the depths of where you're going, because you're going far, and this is honestly just the beginning of the beginning of your story unfolding. It's not happening, it's literally unfolding. So as you know, I always pull a bibliomancy for the most part, but let me drink my tea first. Oh, that's good. That's a really good one. This is the Tranquility. I really love this one. Helps with anxiety. Anybody feeling the anxiousness, it also helps for mental clarity. I love that one. Check out the link down below if you're interested. So this is called Thoughtful Wisdom for Every Day. It's a 365 Days of Love, Kindness, Healing, Faith, and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. You want to check it out. But we pulled up Living in the Present. I like that. You see, That's what life is. It's about living in the present moment. And I think too many of us are really worried about what's going to happen tomorrow and what has happened yesterday. And when you're not living in the moment, when you're not living in the now, you're not being. Because what are you? You are a human being, meaning you are. You are as you are. I am that I am, right? It's a huge saying. I am that I am. I am being. I am just here. If my mind is living in tomorrow, that means my energy is not here present with me right now. So if I'm existing and living mentally, spiritually in the future, how could I possibly be attracting a designed and desired energy for a timeline that I want to be in when I'm constantly thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow and worrying and being anxious? Or if I'm living in the past and being depressed and worrying about the decisions that I made and not forgiving myself and forgiving others. You see, forgiveness, when it comes, somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to forgive somebody. And somebody specifically needs to forgive themselves. Forgive yourself. It's time. It's okay the decisions that you made. It's okay the choices that you made. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're not a bad person. And I think you really needed to hear that. You're not a bad person, okay? So living in the present moment. Nothing is important except for what you are doing in this particular moment. Because only this moment truly belongs to you. You know what's interesting as I read this is that I feel the need to tell the story, and maybe somebody else could really resonate because I feel the need to tell it. So I'm going to tell it, of course. I'm following what feels good. I'm following what feels good, what feels God, right? And so I used to be someone who really hated reading aloud. Can you believe that? I went through speech impediments in my younger years in elementary school, grade school. And I hated reading aloud, and they used to always go around the room and they'd be like, I'd be nervous because I know I'd be the next one coming around, and I'm literally doing the thing that I used to be afraid of. And I feel like you're in that energy to why that came up for me is that you've been doing the things that scare you, and that's what's been leveling you up. And I want you to continue to do the things that used to scare you, and now they don't even, it's a null and void. It doesn't even matter. So I'm really proud of you for that. So nothing is important except for what you are doing in this particular moment, because only this moment truly belongs to you. You only truly live in the present. You have the ability to remember the past and to imagine the future. But these abilities are given to us only so that we can do a good job in the present, right? They're only given to us so that we can do a good job in the present. The closer you want to become to God, the more you should concentrate on the present. And when I read this, and when it says the closer you want to become to God is the closer you want to become to self, really. Because remember, the closer you get to God is the closer you get to yourself, because you and God are one. You are the cell in the body of the universe. You are the cell in the body of Christ. You are the cell in the body of Buddha. You are the cell in the body of Muhammad. You are the cell in the body of Siddhartha. I'm sorry, I said the same thing. You are the cell in the body. What's another one? Any one of the titles that we want to talk about, right? That we've labeled people here on earth, right? Any one of those. It doesn't matter. Krishna. You know what I'm saying? You are the cell in the body of all these things. And when you get closer to yourself, you get closer to those beings. You get closer to the ultimate, most high, universal, eternal source. Okay? Tomorrow will take care of itself, said Jesus. This is great truth. The beauty of life is that you don't know what is good for the future. Only one thing is good and necessary: to love others now in the present. So as we focus on love, and as we focus on loving ourselves, and as we focus on being in the present moment, I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been focusing on just taking it one day at a time. And if you haven't been doing that, this is your sign to start doing it. But I'm noting that the majority of you have been taking one day at a time. You stop worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. You stop worrying about other people are thinking about you. You stop worrying so much, and you realize how much that took so much weight off of you. You've realized that that has taken so much of a toll off of you. And I love that for you. That is such a beautiful thing. I'm getting this feeling that you've been feeling very light lately. You've been feeling very, very light. Voice cracking and stuff. You've been feeling very, very light. And the reason is because you've been doing what feels good. What I'm also noting is that you need to do what feels good, but you need to also accomplish the things that may seem hard. So follow what feels good and do what feels hard. Does that make sense? So you're going to follow with your feminine energy what feels good, with your spirit, what's in line with God, because what feels good is in the God body. And I'm going to follow what's hard, meaning I'm going to go beyond my fears, my worries, my doubts, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that so that I'm able to, of course I get a phone call. I'm going to do that so that I'm able to, I forgot what I was even saying. I'm going to go beyond fear so that I can accomplish things. That's the hard thing. Do what feels hard. It feels hard to get out of your previous beliefs. It feels hard to get out of, your previous doubts. It feels hard to get out of the depression. It feels hard to get out of the anxiety. But guess what? You do it anyway. But you follow what feels good and you do what feels hard. And in that way, you're going to keep attracting things to you. Because like I told you, you're a magnet right now. And as you continue to do what feels good for you, you're going to continue to, you're just inevitably going to be in your desired timeline. Everything you want is going to be attracted to you. And people get this mistaken. When I say everything that you desire is already yours and everything that you could ever want is already yours, it doesn't mean it's going to show up in the exact way that the ego thinks it is. It doesn't mean you're going to get exactly what you're saying, but you're going to get the thing that feels the same. For example, always use this. You may want it to be a particular person to be your divine counterpart, but it may be someone else that's going to show up and they're going to give you all the same feelings of the things that you wanted anyway. So what I'm saying is the vessel may not look exactly how you think it's going to look, but it's going to give you that same feeling of the thing that you desire. You understand? And it's going to give you the same pleasure. It's going to give you the same value, adding a value to your life. You understand that? That's what I mean by you can attract anything that you desire in your life because it is a feeling. Do you understand? The things that you desire are feelings. And what are feelings? The feelings of God, the feeling of goodness. Because when I follow good, I follow God. Internally, it's not something we're seeking outside of ourselves, okay? Once we understand that universal good feeling is love, is God, and it's not something I'm searching for outside of myself, that's when you stop feeling lost. Some people feel lost and they don't know what they're looking for. But what I'm telling you is that you're looking for the good feeling. If I wake up every day following good feelings, you know how just prosperous on a daily basis I become. Like I said, continue to follow these good feelings. I think 1404, I think that you realize that when you wake up and you feel good and you're realizing that as I follow the good and as I follow the good feelings, I'm following the God feelings. Because thinking about the people who when you're thinking about when you're in a really good mood, right? When you're in a really good mood, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? A lot of people want to give to others. Because when you're in that good feeling, you're willing to do whatever for others because you're flowing in the state of God consciousness. Do you understand that concept? It's very easy. Now that I understand it, that it's very easy, oh man, all I want to do is follow the good every day, because I know as I'm following the good, I'm following the God. And that is what it means to follow God. It just means to follow the good feelings. It doesn't mean you just have to just try to look for something outside of you to be following. You follow the feelings inside of you. Because how do you feel God? You feel good. How do you align with your path? You follow what feels good and you do what is hard. You follow what feels good and you do what is hard. And you become a walking magnet for your every single desire. You understand? You become a walking magnet for every single thing you desire. Every single thing you desire is already yours. Start claiming it. Start feeling good. Continue to keep feeling good, actually, because you've already been in this mode of just feeling good. And I think you finally got so tired of being so worried about what everybody else around you was thinking about you. You finally started putting yourself first and understanding that that's what truly matters. What truly matters is how I'm showing up every day. What truly matters is how I'm doing things. And I think before you were a little bit more worried about, well, why isn't this person showing up in this way? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? But that's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to feel good. And as we feel good, we are in God energy. We are in God consciousness. We're not worried about what anybody else is doing. We can speak our peace and let them know if their energy is a little off. We can distance ourselves, but we cannot be worried about what other people are doing, because we have no control over what other people are doing around us. We have no control over that. But what we do have control over is how good we are feeling on a daily basis. And when we are worrying about something or someone else, it's hard to feel good in that energy. It's hard to feel good in the energy of worry. It's hard to feel good in the energy of anger. That's why those are considered low vibrational emotions. Anything that's low vibrational is not aligned with God. And every day I don't want to be in a low vibrational emotion. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. We all know those are a spectrum of emotions that, we are destined and designed to experience, but I don't want to be stuck in. It's a matter of, are you stuck in those energies? Are you stuck in that sadness? Are you stuck in that anxiety? Every day, is it plaguing you? And that's what the darkness is. We're meant to slide the scale, the negative and positive polarities of life. That's okay to feel that way sometimes, but are you plaguing yourself with that energy constantly? Because if you're in that energy, it's hard to feel good. It's hard to feel God. You're not going to want to give. You're not going to want to just be. You're going to be in a perpetual state of anxiety and a huge ball of nervousness. Man, I'm really excited to hear about each and every one of you's journeys in this leveling up process, because I slowly see I see gears turning. I literally see gears turning for you. I see financial abundance. I see love. It's just destined for you. And I feel like you've been getting this feeling that something is coming. Something huge is coming next for you. And you've been feeling it. I know you have. You've been feeling it, because I can feel that energy just coming off of you. It's seeping out of your pores. And you're just destined to keep attracting such beautiful things, because when you're in that good energy and you're in that God flow consciousness, you're going to keep attracting what you're supposed to be. And as you attract what you are, and if you are in the God energy, you're going to attract the God frequency towards you as well. You're going to be aligned with everything around you, right? Do you believe that you can have the life that you desire? Do you believe that you can be in the state of mental, of spiritual prosperity, abundance that you desire? Do you understand that? You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You know why? Because everything that you want is a feeling, and you can feel those feelings now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till next week. You can feel the abundance now of what it would feel like to have those things right now. Because all those things are feelings. And when you feel those feelings now, you're able to attract those things into your life, because we know that when you are feeling good and you are in the feeling of goodness, that is the feeling of God. So I know when I have little butterflies and little tingly moments, and I just wake up light, I'm just happy, and I'm just content, and I'm just feeling good. I know that I'm walking in the body of the universe. I know I'm in my, like, when I'm doing the thing that I love, I'm being called to tell somebody, you need to get into doing the thing that you love again. You stopped doing it. There's something that you stopped doing that you believed just had no purpose in your life, but didn't realize it was your purpose. And it may be something that feels hard. Another example of what you may not even believe. I used to be someone who hated being on camera. I didn't like being on camera. I didn't want my voice to be heard. But it's so crazy, because when you start to walk in your purpose, and when you start to align with the good feelings, you start to shut off those layers of fear, and you start to really go towards what feels good for you. But it's okay to take baby steps. Like, before I put myself on the camera, I just did audio. I started off with audio. I got a little bit comfortable with, speaking to others, speaking my truth. So I'm hearing that maybe you need to take a little baby step. It doesn't have to be a huge jump and leap. You don't have to go all the way. It's okay, because walking in that goodness is about taking small steps towards the destination. Just like if you were to change your diet, you do a little bit at a time. You don't have to eradicate single thing that you've been doing. You understand? You don't have to eradicate all the things that you've been doing. It's okay not to go all in all at once. So that's the little things that I did. I started off with audio, and I was like, okay, I got a little bit more comfortable with that. And then I went to the video. So whatever you're doing, if you want to start a business, maybe start selling one thing. You don't have to make 50 different products. If you want to make a YouTube, start with something small. Have AI help you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go all in crazy. Allow yourself to walk slowly with the fears, through the field of fears, so that you're able to get to where you need to go. It's a process, As long as it feels good along the way, that's what truly matters. That's what truly matters to me, and that's what I know truly matters to you. You don't want to continue. I know you don't want to continue to live your life the way you do. That's why you chose to level up. I think it was kind of a subconscious thing for a lot of you. It was kind of weird. I feel like you slowly just shut off these layers. All of a sudden you were like, and you kind of woke up one day and you were like, I just feel very different. I feel very different now, and I don't know what it is. Something feels different about me. The way that I show up every day, I just feel different. And I feel like some people shedded something off of them that needed to be gone a long time ago. But that's what feels like. Man, I'm just getting just follow what feels good. Follow what feels good. And you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong when you follow a path of goodness. Because all that goodness is God. All that goodness is God. And what is God? God is the eternal source. God is the higher self. You see, this world operates on feelings, and what are feelings? They're energies, they're emotions. That's one of our superpowers as human beings, is to be able to feel stuff. Because the most of our decisions that we make and the choices that we do in life is based on how we feel about it a lot of the time. And if you go after the things that feel good only, and not because the ego wants to do it, and you go off of, and what's that feeling? Your intuition. And what's your intuition? Your connection with your connection with God, your connection with the higher power, the Most High. That you see how that all connects back. It's one and the same. So if I'm following the connection, my intuition, my feelings, and I'm following that, I'm following my most designed path. And I love that. Continue to follow what feels good for you. Continue to live in a space of authenticity as always, because we know that being in your authentic nature is always the best to feel good. Because when you're forcing yourself to be something that you're not going to be authentic. But that's going to be it for the message today from the Light of Jah. I hope this message resonated. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe about your journey so far. And I know some of you are leveling up, in this feeling of just light energy has swept over you. And I would like to hear about it. So comment about that. Make sure you check out Authenticity. That is my tea brand right behind me right here. I got herbal teas that really help mind, body, soul, and spirit. I put them together myself. I always link them down below, and I'm usually drinking some as I make these messages. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate these messages finding you, because honestly, this is your gift for you. Like, this is me being a physical vessel for your higher self to tell you that you are aligning exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay. So this is a gift to you, and you should be proud of yourself for even finding this message, because that means you're aligning even more with your desired reality. So I'll see you guys next time on the Light of Jah. Ashe and amen.